the part that's the most interesting to me about being compassionate is that it's almost like a shortcut. No, but it's not. It's the work that need to be done. I've been coming from a community where it's like the compassion is the facilitator. Mm-hmm. It's like normally we coming from fear or like lack or some doubt, some maybe even hate deeply within or something. But it's like I've learned that, like you said, you go through the maybe just understanding them 4 agreements, right? And then you learn like compassion is a very vital, abundant tool that we all have access to, and it really builds a bridge for the things that we want to do. So if I could ask you something like just smooth, like just chill, like what's something that you're watching right now? Like what's and I'll add to that question, something that you're watching, and do you like social media? Like, so I know that's a 2-part opposite question, but like just answering how you want.
Something I'm watching right now?
Yeah, like television. Yeah, even if it's a book, like what do you, remember we were talking about relief earlier? Like what do you, like what are you entertaining yourself with?
I haven't even, so I guess the last thing that I've watched, like, and actually was interested in watching the full thing was Death Note.
Oh, that's my ish. Yeah.
I don't know what. Yeah. No, I know exactly what it was like. My girlfriend literally put me on to like the Death Note. She's like, you need to watch this anime. I'm like, yo.
Did you see the live action movie of it too?
I watched that first, and I didn't know what I was really watching.
I didn't watch it.
And after watching the anime, I'm like, garbage.
Right, yeah.
That
I could have did without this. Right?
Yeah, no, that didn't do nothing. As far as the whole storyline in the genre,
it's didn't even
nothing. But no, that genre, I feel like that's the main thing, the subliminal message I had to pull out of it, which is why I felt called to watch it, was because of the fact of like how you put somebody in this power of having a God complex and how their ego can take over to the point where they're not originally the person who they was, because you can tell that before the light turned into Kid, he was very compassionate, he was very respectful of women, and after he turned into the God complex, it was like, oh no, he off everybody. I'm the one that's top this show. Like it was very interesting.
When I watched that show, it's like what you just said. I watched it before I had opened Newports and News. This is where y'all let us on my channel and shit. But it just that really kind of just chimed back in. It's like once people appropriate you, put you in a lead position, and you get maybe afforded some privileges and stuff. Like I've battled that a lot, where I'm like, I know I could probably not, like you said, be the most earnest or be the most cooperative or even just compassionate. And it's like, oh, ain't nobody gonna do nothing to me. You can't do nothing to me. But it's like, what is it doing? What are you doing to yourself? Like that's when he started having really, really bad anxiety and paranoia and self-doubt and trust issues. Like he turned into a totally
different. Was looking at him like
yo, right?
He got me like, oh, I'm scared of you.
Yeah, like damn, bro. Yeah, that's
not that you scared the shit.
Yeah, you scared this. Yo, that's the
like,
gem.
What?
It's like the people who giving you the power. You scared them.
You scared them. Like he just dropped it because he was bored. Like he already just started the whole jump.
Yeah, that's you peeling that shit back for real. That's why I always like talking to you, and I've never really got an opportunity to just get something intimate, like we've been talking for today, and it's like normally we're in an event situation, we both trying to work and do all that other stuff. So one thing that I've learned on my journey, or I've been like completing a lot, is getting to know people and stuff like that. What is something that you want to get accomplished with Creatively Sheen, right? Yeah, like what's something that you want to get accomplished, or even if you could share how you fell into that idea and that journey yourself.
How I fell into it was definitely just thinking about how us as melanated people have went through a lot of trauma and a lot of different generational curses, like people like to call them, on how they've been passed down through our family. And I realized that there's really not too much divine masculine energy in that position to be able to help our community heal. There are some, it's just that we been able to be in the cut, and I feel like now it's on that focus of us being able to unify. So I wanted to go into that purpose of just being able to help people align, help people be able to remove blockages in any way, but I had to start with myself first. So everything that I creatively done was things that was to help me release any trauma, any disharmonious energy, any type of energy that's not going to help best serve me. And I could be able to transmute that into something beautiful so that I can be able to help somebody. And I know that this paradigm is not, lengthy. So with everything in my spirit of knowing my purpose as a freedom fighter, I believe that is to help people Fight for
freedom, right? Damn right.
So,
I never thought, like, when you said it like that, it's like, oh, freedom fighter. It just clicked harder in that way because you really spoke life into it. Like, I didn't read it in a book or something, like in a textbook, but you a living, actual, like, testament of that. And so that's actually kind of clicked for me just then. I was saying the same thing about a living testament of just like manhood itself. Like I was talking to one of my little homies, as I would call him. He younger than me by like 7 years, and he was explaining to me just what was troubling him, and it really discouraged me to see like, wow, I went through this and I didn't have no guidance, and it made me realize like how much self-harm I did, because I'm like, wow, I'm gonna give you the best advice I can. But it's like, it made me realize in that moment, like, damn, I ain't even have a solution to what he's saying. He's asking a good question. You know what I mean? And like, I appreciate you pouring into just masculinity entirely, because like you said, we have some leaders that are men, but I even just spoke about it with the Death Note thing. Once you've been put in a position of leadership or power, you can kind of become calcified in it because you're in it. Like, no one's challenging it, no one's taking you out of it, especially if there's a dependency of you. Now people are scared to be like, can I get anything else from him? Because you might not give them what they're getting. Right. So it becomes like tyrannical almost.
And then some of the people that don't want to work together, they may be aligned on their own purpose. Like, you know, not everybody on the same purpose for the same reason. But when you manifest that frequency of what it is that you want to create and your intent of why you're doing it, you actually attract those who are on the same purpose for the same reason. So like the fact that we're even here together and being able to work is just knowing that there's something bigger that's coming for us as well. So that we have to be on this frequency to manifest what we want. You know?
Yo, this is a really good point of interest, and I hope everybody that, you know, I'm gonna probably post this clip. I've done 3 of these interviews, and there's always clips that I'm like, you know what, this go on Newports, but I'm gonna use this for my personal page because it aligns with what my audience is also talking about. But just like, this is proof. Like, the fact we talking, this is proof that the work be getting done. I be talking to my friend Reason and, you know, like Goldie, and we be just building and shit. And I'm like, yo, I know things can be discouraging. I've been disheartened. I've been running a business. Everything don't be like my optimum outcome. But it's like, it do be conversations like this when I'll go talk to someone else and be like, I'll realize how invigorated I was just from these moments when I'm talking about it or dealing with it later. Or I'm like, utilizing it as something to present to somebody or propose, and I'll be like, I was just talking to him about this too, and that shit is really, really reassuring.
It's reaffirming for real. Like, especially you just mentioned like Reason and Goldie. Like,
man,
definitely are like 2 divine masculine men that I have seen just do so much.
They grow up and shit is beautiful.
And go through a whole metamorphosis of like what they had experienced before that relate to that same energy. You were just talking about that trauma and them different curses, and just breaking out of that and being themselves. Yo, it's just amazing. Like, it's just,
I like that shit too.
For real.
It actually gives me a good segue to my last question, right? So, in our brand statement on our platform, our business statement, we say that we're a platform for undervalued creatives that are looking for a genuine space to be consistent and provide a consistent voice of themselves. And then we also like to help people become determined in their mindsets about being profitable using their personal experiences. Because we live, like you said, the paradigm today, it's got a little bit of pressure and a little bit of demand to just, you know, social media and job this and money that. And so we want to be personal with the experiences that were profitable. We don't want to fake nothing. We want to be real with it. So if you had to choose, there are these, and I preface this all the time because it's a shit question. It's a hard question to answer. If you had to choose the outcome of your reputation, would you rather be underrated or undervalued?
Underrated or undervalued?
They both bad Jones, right? Like, it's like, I don't want either.
Underrated.
Okay.
Because your rate does not make me who I am. Okay. That's your rate. That's on you, on your paradigm. Right. Okay. And also, to answer the question before, because it just clicked when you said that, based off of social media, that's not my paradigm.
Right, yeah, so that's not our paradigm, right.
Social media, so when you asked earlier, like,
we never dived in.
Yeah. Do I like social media? I like social media as being the connector or the facilitator to be able to make sure I'm able to connect to my soul kid in that frequency. But do I like social media for the social stigmas and the different things that get put onto it, like the societal views and different things? No, that's not really my part.
That should be like added pressure.
Yeah.
It feels pressurized.
I don't even live in that because all of them different things I don't follow. Like, I'm not about to follow those things that give me that type of energy. And anything that's projecting that type of energy that doesn't align with me, I'm not either following or I'm not
even against it.
Even on it. It's not my business. So my business on social media is, it's my obituary. I've been seeing it that way the entire time. I'm documenting, I'm going through my own journey, and as I'm looking through my journey, I'm speaking with intent. This is why like everything that I post is with intention. I don't take anything lightly. I just let the timing of it go when I feel needed to release, and then also reflect off of what's going on. Because I know when the collective energy, like we just discussed, we're still on that collective energy. So when I feel something that needs to be said, I'm going to put it in that caption to be on that journey. So
that's what I like about it too. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna get this shit off, and then you can take it down.
Yeah, but I got it out.
It's out there. Yeah. So, all right. Well, that was a great interview, man. I wanna encourage y'all. We're doing the showcase. If y'all are in our paradigm of real life, if you see this, you know what I mean, you'll know that we're doing a showcase. He's headlining. We're going to be presenting a lot of other dope individuals, but stay tuned. You know what I mean? New Person is going to continue to grow, and I thank you for re-energizing me, bro.
Thank you. We energized together. Okay. That journey,